All right, man. Back here. This is the first ever episode ever done in person. Here at Double Down Media. Yeah, ever. First ever. So this is very special for the whole world, basically. Yeah. This guy right here to the right of me. How can I best describe him? I mean, I would say he's called the Wonder Boy. I mean, he's a little bit of everything.
The Wonder Boy.
The Wonder Boy.
Wow.
I think that's what you're naming my content.
Crazy.
The Wonder Boy. No, the Wonder Boy, like, you feel me? He can do whatever. Whatever comes with it, it comes with it.
Wow, that's a lot of versatility.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
gonna give me that?
Your bag is pretty versatile. I can't lie. The bag is pretty versatile.
Wow.
The bag is versatile.
Okay.
But without further ado, we have Sidney Wooten on.
Thank you for having me. I feel honored.
The one and only.
Honored and blessed to be here, man. First in-person episode.
Ever. First in person. We can start with basically where you from, and basically how we kind of like connected, or at least your version of it. Your version.
So you can tell your version after.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell mine, and then you can tell yours.
All right. Well, from Phoenix, Arizona, born and raised. 602. I met Ty at Phoenix Christian. When I was in middle school. Were you were always in high school?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I was in the middle school. Ty was in the high school, and I don't remember the place where we first met, but
I don't either. But
Ty was like sort of a big brother figure. I'll give him that credit. Kind of took me under his wing a little bit, showed me the ropes, put me on some game.
that game speaks.
It does.
That
it does.
game
It
speaks.
I learned a little bit of what I know from this man here, but he could always get the business on the basketball court. So let's not let that slip under the rug. But little big brother to me for sure.
Oh man. Are you done?
I could be finished, but
You want to keep going, bro?
I mean,
The red
hey.
carpet. Yo, let me give you the real story.
Okay.
So, met Sidney. I want to say you were in the 6th grade.
That's
Was it
when
six?
I first got there.
So 6th or 7th? I want to say 6th.
6.
The Sidney y'all see today.
Okay, see.
The
Why?
Sidney you
Why?
guys see today
Why are we all right?
is different. The Sidney I know is that 2-1 fade. The 2-1 fade was different. The 2-1 fade Sidney was
They
different.
don't know what that means. What's 2-1 fade? Explain that.
2 on the top, so a little bit of longer on the top, and the 1 all around. So it's
Whoa, all around is
on the
crazy.
sides and the back,
Yeah.
sides and back. But there was a lot more on the top, a lot more on the top, and the ears on this boy,
Oh my gosh.
yo,
bruh.
different.
Nah,
Like
they still
they
kicking.
still are, but it's not as, you feel me? He got longer hair.
I grew into my head a little bit.
Yeah, you
but
did.
They still kicking.
Yeah. So basically, you feel me? I saw him then. He was the hottest thing on the middle school basketball team for sure.
Of course.
They were saying he could shoot, he could dribble,
Had you intimidated?
I was like, yo, bro, like, who is this little kid? Like,
Had you intimidated?
I was like, who is this kid? Now, he was a lot more light skinned too. A lot more like you got darker from, feel me? But you was a lot more light skinned, and then he was just shooting from you were shooting far. I ain't gonna lie. And for your age, that was crazy.
Always been a sniper again.
Oh, man. I give you that. You was shooting that thing.
Yeah.
And I want to say kind of like the first interaction we kind of had was it was like after school. We were like waiting around and like again, like I was hearing all the hype about you, and then we just started shooting around. But in this, bro, I want to say you probably did beat me in like shooting or something like that.
Definitely did.
All right, now it's definitely. I don't remember if he did or not, but
Did we ever run ones?
no, because you were a little kid.
Okay. So
That would
so the answer is no. We didn't
no,
run one.
because I would have just bullied you.
You were older. to
Yeah,
be
that's what I'm
fair.
saying. I was a whole, feel me?
Yeah.
For 3 years, like that would be. But the shooting, like you had that on lock.
Yeah.
The first day I met you had that on lock,
Yeah.
and I could not believe it.
I was pretty rare back then, you know. Small school.
That 2-1 fade was crazy though.
The 2-1 fade was crazy.
That
But
was
it
the
served
Sidney.
me well.
No, the
for the
2-1.
time that I had
No,
it.
bro, the 2-1 fade. The hunger you had, it was crazy.
Yeah, for reference, this is around the same time that Odell Beckham was on his run.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
that was the inspo, which eventually led me to dyeing my hair and
Oh
killing.
yeah, the dyeing the
Yeah.
hair. Yeah, you were like one of the first kids to do that at that school.
Was I?
It had to be. I didn't see nobody in high school with
I
it.
guess I was, cause I mean, yeah,
I don't remember no one else.
there wasn't a lot of black kids in the middle school. Y'all had a lot more.
Yeah, we did have a lot more in
So-
high school. So
I was one of the only.
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't remember no other kids that were like that.
That's fair. There probably weren't.
And the school we're talking about is Phoenix Christian. That's where I graduated high school, and he went there
Christian
for middle
Preparatory. Wait, what was it? What was the full name?
school. Phoenix Christian Schools.
Was it?
Yeah, you're right. Preparatory.
Preparatory, man. They still going strong. You were there when they almost shut down, right?
Yeah.
Or were you gone by then?
No, I was there.
You were there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times. Good times, man.
That was like the summer before, but then like during my school year, they were also thinking about shutting down again.
Hmm.
That was like a
Yeah.
big stipulate around the school.
They were on the ropes for a little while.
No, they were.
Glad they got their feet under them.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Why did you never go to that high school?
Few reasons. I think I've explained this to you before, but we can go over that.
Yeah.
First reason was because academically my parents believed I wasn't getting challenged enough.
Mm-hmm.
They thought I needed a bit more. The second reason wasn't a big enough basketball platform for what I was trying to do. I had aspirations, hopes, and dreams that were far beyond PC, in my opinion, at least at that time. I know they've gotten a little better now, but those were the two factors that prompted me to take my
Leave.
talents to Scottsdale for a little while, you know?
Did you
Hang around the rich folks.
Did you go to Scottsdale? Sunny Slope the whole 4 years?
I did, but I don't think you noticed or remember this, but I had to do 8th grade twice
Why?
because
You reclassified?
I guess technically, but I did 6th, 7th, 8th at PC, and then my parents were gonna send me to Scottsdale regardless to go to Rancho Solano, which is another prep school, but it's like really preppy. But instead of just sending me right into the high school, they wanted me to get a year of that type of academic rigor under my belt. So they sent me over there to get ready for going to a more difficult high school. Because PC, I was on like cruise control, bro. Like you know
funny.
that.
That's funny.
You know that. So then I went to Rancho Solano, did 8th grade over again, balled out over there. And then I only stayed there for a year because my parents didn't think that was a big enough basketball platform. So then they sent me to Sunny Slope, which is a much bigger name.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more people know, and we were real competitive over there.
Rancho Solano, did they have a high school there too? Or?
Yeah, it was.
Would you
middle
have
school
gone
and
there?
High school. I really thought about it. My mom wanted me to stay, but my dad wanted me to, or it might be flipped. But one of them wanted me to stay, and one of them wanted me to go to Sunny Slope. So, yeah, it was.
That's tough.
That made a lot of transitions.
So PC, middle school.
Yep.
Then you went to Rancho Solano for 8th grade again.
Mm-hmm.
And then you went to Sunny Slope.
Then I went to Sunny Slope.
Now, when you get to Sunny Slope, was it all that you thought about? Like, how was it like transitioning from Rancho Solano or basically a PC dang near to?
Right.
Cause I feel like PC, like if some people don't know, like PC, it says prep school right there, but it's
not no prep school.
you feel me?
Bro.
Like there's like a mix.
It is not. No.
It's a mix. It's straight. It's
Hey.
straight downtown. You feel me?
PC is not no prep school, bro.
I'm not gonna say it's ghetto, but it ain't. It ain't no prep school.
You want me to say it?
I'm not gonna say it's ghetto, but it's right
I
there.
guess I won't say it.
It's right
close.
there. It's close. It's close for sure.
It's
Cause
close.
I feel like that whole downtown area, like, it's not that many kids, but there is a lot of kids. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Nah,
Like
I
with
know what
like
you're
how it's
saying.
like in the mix of downtown. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
like
yep.
and other schools coming in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
So how was it? You know you laughing because you know I'm telling the truth.
PC
So
was
how-
a mess, bro.
it was a mess.
We can have a whole cast just on
No,
PC alone.
1,000%.
Bro.
You got kids in the middle school fighting kids in high school. Like
man,
that's funny. Like,
man.
but how was it transitioning from PC to Sunny Slope?
I think the transition was smooth, especially because I went with a lot of my boys. So the club team that I played with, 8th grade, we had a collage of some of the best hoopers to come out of middle school at that time. It was me, Oakland Fort. You had the Thompson twins, Elijah Saunders, like
Thompson twins were there.
yeah,
What?
yeah, bro. So we had all of them, and then we all went to Sunny Slope together. So we were real comfortable. We really only needed ourselves. And then, of course, there's the whole high school popularity that comes with being a basketball player.
Yes.
So you kind of blend in immediately. People want to get to know you. So the transition wasn't very difficult. I felt right at home. It was pretty smooth, but, you know, it was much bigger. I think Sunny Slope, Rancho Solano had a population, I think, about, like, maybe like 1,000. Maybe like 800 to 1,000, but Sunny Slope is like 2,400, 2,500.
Big difference.
Yeah, a lot more students. So, yeah.
Now you just mentioned your AAU team. Did you always play on that team, even when you were in PC, or did you how was that like AAU circuit? Because out here in Arizona, like
it's
real popping, bro. Like the sports scene is real popping out here now.
It is. So I played with the same AAU coach from about like 5th grade up until my junior year of high school, I think.
Okay.
But it was a different team. So it started out as the Titans, which was we were young, like 5th grade, just, kind of getting to learn basketball. And then that 8th grade roster we had was when we changed to AZ Iron, which is where we got a lot of like better players and we were actually competing. And then
what circuit were you guys on? Did you guys
it wasn't a circuit.
No circuit?
We did like the Nike like Elite, but it wasn't like the EYBL.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't nothing major.
Okay.
But then that freshman year, a few of the guys who were on that 8th grade team went to go do circuits. Like Oakland went to go do a circuit.
Okay.
Elijah went to go do a circuit. But I stayed with the same team I was on just because, I was with that coach for like 5-6 years and I wasn't just going to walk away.
Loyalty, I hear it.
Yeah, so I was with him. And then after that, we stayed as Iron, but we just weren't as dominant or as good because a lot of players wanted to go to like bigger names. But I never really put a premium on club basketball. Like my dad, he never really believed that a lot of exposure or offers really came from the circuit. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, the facts will probably say otherwise, but he was, more concerned about like actual like public school and organized basketball as opposed to just kind of like, recreational club type.
I 100. And that's crazy that he said that back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Because look at what it is now.
That's what I'm saying. He peeped.
Look at AAU right now.
Bro, the AAU.
Rod Wave Elite. Like, come on.
Bro, like, they're just, and like it really is a mess. And like the style of play, like you're not teaching kids how to play actual basketball.
Right.
Like organized, like you said, like organized basketball.
Right.
And it's crazy that he said that and taught you that from a young age. You feel me? Like he peeped. Robert really be put in game.
He know a lot of games.
He really do be. You feel me? But that's crazy. He said that back then because a lot of people were on the hype of you need to go to AAU. You need to get on the circuit.
Yes.
You need to go do this. You need to get your da da da. That's crazy.
No, it's a different. The dynamic between like organized and recreational ball is kind of interesting, bro. Because you look at AAU, even back.
I'm not saying you can't get noticed.
No, and some people will. Like if you have game, you are going to get noticed on AAU.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's a different type of recognition, I guess. Like it's a lot of one-on-one. Like I'm gonna go at you, da 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 da. But when you come to the public school basketball and the prep school, which I eventually will probably get into, it's more strategic, bro. Like it forces you to think. It's a
game, yes.
And it's more comparable to college basketball because you don't see no one-on-one.
Bro, you got sets.
ISO.
You got different
No, bro.
actions.
You look at the best teams, bro. The ones who can dice you up with organized sets, bro. But
Sets.
yeah.
Different actions. Different passes you can have.
Yeah. And my coach, the coach that I played with in AAU from 5th grade up until junior year, he was one of those, like, strategic kind of fundamental coaches. So my dad didn't really feel no need to pull me away from him just because of he thought he had his priorities straight, which he did. So, yeah, I did that. A lot of my boys went circuits. It worked out for some of them. It didn't work out for others. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. So,
yeah, it happens like that.
Yeah.
So I also know that eventually you stop playing for Sunny Slope, correct?
Correct.
All right. So talk to me about what like the decision was that for, like.
Yeah, so I left Sunny Slope after my sophomore year. And then
But you didn't leave the school. He didn't leave the school. He just left the basketball team, if that makes sense.
I was a part of the last, I guess, high school class that was allowed to play for a prep school while also attending a public school.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot, and a lot of people couldn't handle that, especially the prep coaches didn't like it. But, yeah, as I was saying, I left Sunny Slope after my sophomore year to go play at Phoenix Prep. The reason the reasoning behind that was honestly because I just wasn't getting the time that I wanted for myself and the time that I was going to need if I was going to play in college.
Mm-hmm.
So my freshman year went pretty much as I expected it to. I got brought up to varsity early on, kind of rode the bench because we had a dominant senior guard at the time. Shout out Zach Paloma. But so I studied under him, watched him work, and by the time sophomore year rolled around, I was ready to kind of step in and take on a bigger role. But we actually had a transfer that came in who was a year ahead of me. Shout out Malcolm. And he ended up getting a lot of that time that I, really wanted to kind of pursue. And so I kind of rode that sophomore campaign. I was still playing a little bit, but like
little minutes here and there, little spurts.
Right. Little backup rotation minutes, which was, fine. But, for the goals that I had for myself, I obviously wanted something greater. So at the end of the season, sat down with one of the best coaches I've had. Shout out Ray Portella.
Shout out Ray, man.
And had a very difficult conversation for 16-year-old me to try to tell somebody, who's kind of prepared you and nurtured you for the past 2 years that you're stepping away. And it was a hard conversation to have. I remember I was dumb nervous.
I bet you were.
Dumb nervous, bro.
Was it just you? Was it with your parents too? Just you?
Just me, bro. Just me. And the whole situation was a little bit messy. So I won't go into all the details, but I had decided that I was going to Phoenix Prep and told the Phoenix Prep coaches before I had told my Sunny Slope coach. Mm-hmm. And so a report came out that a list of 10 players had left public schools and gone to prep before I had told him. And so he actually hit me and was like, hey, I didn't know you were doing this, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, man. So he found out like that, which was extremely wrong, bro. But like I'm saying, I'm 16 years old.
You didn't know they were going to put it out.
I'm kind of navigating this whole thing, playing it by ear. And then at that time, I was like, okay, like I got to go meet with him. It's only right. So I stepped into his office. We had a conversation. And it went well. I mean, he respected my decision, of course, even though it was hard for me to walk away. But I was still going to be going to school there, so I was still running into him. We maintained a good relationship. But, yeah, the next 2 years for me at Phoenix Prep gave me what I needed. I walked into a pretty good situation where I kind of commanded and led my own team. And I had a tough roster around me, bro. We were able to do some good things. Not to mention that's also when COVID happened. So
your junior year?
My junior year.
Oh wow.
So I was doing school remotely, and Sunny Slope season got restricted and kind of diminished, but our prep schedule
flourished?
Grew.
Just a whole bunch.
Crazy. That's why I like to tell this story and mention like God's timing. Because I stepped out of Sunny Slope when they went from playing maybe like 30 games a season. I think they only played like 20-something, maybe like, I don't know exactly what it was. But my prep schedule went from like 30 games to like 70, 80.
Whoa.
So my junior year at Phoenix Prep, I played 70-plus games, got a ton of tape,
Ton
ton
of
of film,
ton of reps.
had a good season, and it was really a blessing that I walked into. And then obviously senior year went just as well. Lost a state championship game by 1. Still hurts.
That's tough.
But it got me to the point where I was able to make it to college. So I'm grateful for that.
That's
that
tough,
story.
bro. That's tough. And what was your team name? Was it the Select or
Select
Phoenix
is
Select?
the club team. So
That's a
the
club
prep
team?
school name is Phoenix Fire.
Phoenix Fire? That's
Yeah.
okay. And then the team that you're on was called the Select, or you said?
What you mean?
Like because I know they had other.
Like within the prep school?
No, like you guys had like certain age groups, right?
Yeah.
Like there was different age groups
So
within the.
The prep school actually had, I think, my junior year, they had like 5 teams in total.
Yeah.
And then my senior year, I think they added like 2 more. So I think we had like 7. But it wasn't separated on age. It was really like circuits.
Oh.
So like they had a
okay.
top team who played in like a league called the Grind Session, which was what I was in. And then they had 2 CAA teams, which was like a regional thing. The Grind Session, you would travel. So we would go to like Kentucky, Seattle. Like we would travel and play teams across the country. The national teams played like regional. So you might go to like Cali or Vegas. And then there were like JV teams.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was a lot.
That's tough. Talk to us about, the grind. I felt like just from the little photos and mixtape that you put out, I felt like once you went there, your game skyrocketed.
It's a prep?
I felt like once you went there, it was like night and day, really. What kind of stuff did they like teach y'all there, and like different drills, I felt like your whole game really just skyrocketed.
Yeah, it definitely changed. Going back to the dynamic of organized versus kind of unorganized basketball, Sunny Slope is a very organized team, very set driven, kind of fundamental. And when I went to prep, it was kind of like AAU basketball, where they give you the rock and want you to kind of work with it, which is, I would say, my forte. I fit into a structured scheme, but I really like prefer to break off and every now and then do my own thing. So when I went over there, I remember my first practice, I was expecting like, okay, we're going to do 3-man weave and 3-on-2, 2-on-1, and we're going to work on your passing and your dribbling. I showed up first day of practice. They rolled the ball out and started 1-on-1 drills, started contact finishing, and we was scrimmaging, like going at each other. They was encouraging to like talk your shit, like
Dogs.
get in people's ass. And that was the culture that they wanted to build at prep. So I fell into that and really like flourished in it. Because I don't talk when I play, but I prefer that type of style where you can get off. So I got over there and was able to just kind of rock out. Like I didn't have a coach in my ear like restricting me. The coaches in there encourage you to do your thing. And I think that helped me. It helped me gain more confidence, because obviously playing 2 years at Sunny Slope, not getting enough minutes would kind of diminish that confidence.
For sure.
And I was in my head, especially my sophomore year. So I was able to go to prep. And it's not like, it wasn't like night and day, like I just gained my confidence back. It was a slow process, trying to build myself back up. But over time, the coaches saw my potential and allowed me to kind of build off of that. And that's how I ended up getting my confidence back and kind of getting some swagger on the court, I guess.
No, 1,000%. You grew your hair out.
That helped.
From then, I was like, okay, the bag, the bag must be something. The bag looks different. Talk to us. What was like a day in the life of like going from school to practice? Because you also got to think you live far.
Yeah.
So talk about like the dedication your parents also had to put into you. Like just tell us a little bit about that, because you live on one side of the town and Phoenix Select is over there.
That's a great question.
Yes.
It's a great question.
Yes.
So, of course, I'm doing a prep school schedule, or not like a public school schedule. So school starts at 8 a.m. And you don't get out until I think it was 2:40. So I would do that part of my day as a normal student. And right when that bell rang, at 2:40, I would get in my car and go straight to the prep school because practice started at 3:15. And I would get over there, no chance to warm up like any day. So I would literally have to get dressed in the car and kind of hop out and run into practice.
Traffic.
And then practice there would go on for about 2 hours, maybe an hour 30, depending on how the coaches was feeling. And yeah, I mean, I'm in a Sunny Slope is a pretty good school academically, so I usually had homework. So I was usually flying out of the gym, getting back home around maybe like 6:45, 7, because it was rush hour when I was leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd do about an hour of homework if I had that, and get ready to do it all again.
Damn.
So it was busy, but it's not much more than playing ball at Slope, because you still going to school, get practice afterwards. You usually get something to eat with the guys, and you still end up at home like 6:30 or so.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too much of a difference. If anything, it helps because I got to meet a whole new group of people, whole new group of coaches that I'm still in contact with. Just kind of expanded my circle. Helped me get my IG followers up. You feel me?
I'm dying. Not the IG followers. With going there, would you say was your when you went, was that when they were like first like coming into it?
Yeah.
Like with the whole prep thing, because I know they've been a thing, and I want to say that gym was new too, right? When you went,
it was maybe like 2-3 years old.
Yeah, because they
brand new.
Yes. So how was that process? Because you guys were kind of like their like first go around, and now now it's a real big thing too.
Exactly.
Like kids going to do this, basically like you kind of like trailblazed a whole wave of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, we definitely talk about that. Some of the players I played with, but I think the year that I transferred there was their third year as a program.
Okay.
Like, from the ground up. So their first year, they had some pretty big names, had some kids get off the board, go to good schools. And then their second year, they were a little bit worse. And then when I got there, kind of like name-wise or statistically, they were a little bit worse. And so it was it was a nice combination because they had a lot of players. Phoenix Prep's thing was getting local kids. Like a lot of the other prep schools would try to pull people from other places and kind of
crazy places.
Like
What's was it AZ Compass?
Compass,
bro. They would get kids from like other across the country.
Yes, that was their thing. They wanted to pull in kids who already had the name, already had the talent, who could just rep a jersey or
their jersey
name on their jersey.
Yeah.
Phoenix Prep, their approach, at least when I was starting out there, was we want to bring in local kids and show the world what local Arizona kids can do because they have some hoopers out here. So we didn't have the biggest names, but they did a really good job of bringing us in and building us up and giving us opportunity to play against schools like AZ Compass and kind of show that Arizona kids can ball. Like, you don't have to go out and get 3-4 star recruits. I'm sure it helps, but like,
no, it definitely helps. But
there's enough talent here to go around, and so they kind of worked on that. But it was nice being a part of the first few years of that program. Just in terms of looking at what it's become now, I know it's a much bigger name. They got maybe like 8 or 9 teams. They recently joined the Overtime Elite League. They got a team in there.
I think I've seen that. I think I recently seen that.
Diamond Doves. So they've done a great job of kind of expanding and growing as a franchise.
No, 1,000%.
I'm just glad to be a part of that. So I got sent a message before my sophomore season in college. Actually, they were building, like, kind of revamping the building, and they put some of the
your photos?
Founding players on a wall, and I was actually one of them. That was pretty sick.
That's tough.
Yeah, bro.
That is tough.
It was nice.
That boy got ties, huh?
A little bit, man.
That's
ties.
That's tough, bro. With that whole, because I did just recently see that they did join the Overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine being in that?
That's crazy, man. That's for the players who get to play in that, bro. That's a real opportunity.
You'd have been crazy.
The Overtime League. I would like to think so.
Cause that's so much publicity, bro. Like,
it is, bro. That's like the number one high school platform at the moment.
Do good in that. Cause also with Overtime, they're real big now. Cause the Thompson twins.
Right, and they both
they went to the league. So like now it's like a new, like it's like a new wave of like trying to get kids
exactly
to the league.
Yeah, it's been kind of cool to see that whole thing take off too.
That's crazy.
But yeah, bro. I guess
What were some like obstacles that you had to face? Because it's not always like
for
the
sure.
greatest. And I went to Phoenix Prep here and it was just so great. Like, talk about the grind. I mean, talk about like a little bit of the days that you didn't want to drive over there. You feel me? Like the days that you didn't want to have to go back because you live so far. You're traveling to.
For sure.
How was that?
I think a lot of players would agree with saying that it's hardly ever exactly how you imagine your process and your career going. For me, almost nothing really went to plan. So like I remember my 8th grade year, I had convinced Oakland to come to Sunny Slope, and our plan was like
Take over.
maybe sit down the first year, learn a little bit, and then both of us was going to be starting backcourt, take off, and just kind of rock out from there, and get off to college and continue doing your thing. So I had to kind of sit back at my time at Sunny Slope and watch Oakland step into that role, and kind of sit there and, why is this not happening for me? Like, did I do something wrong? Like, I'm just not blessed with maybe the athleticism or the size or something that somebody else might have. And so for me, it was really kind of navigating or kind of figuring out what my strengths are and having enough confidence in myself to never give up on the process. Like, I had to sit back and watch some of my best friends go play for circuit teams, bring in offer after offer, bring in recognition, where I'm playing for a coach in some small circuit, not really getting noticed, still getting my game off, but it's
And you playing against these guys too,
right? Yeah, these
and
are
you're
my
like,
boys.
What's
These are my boys?
like, you over here competing with them just
Right.
as is, if not better,
Right?
and you're seeing this like,
Yeah. So it took a toll on me mentally, bro. When I had to leave Sunny Slope, I was pretty demoralized. Like, I remember, well, there's 2 instances. The first one, I was sitting at a public park with my mom and dad when we were first thinking about me transferring, and I was literally in tears because, 1, I didn't want to step away from my friends at Sunny Slope, but 2, like, things just hadn't worked out for me. Like, everybody goes into sports with a plan or the ideal course for themselves, but it hardly ever goes that way, and I was kind of crushed by that because this was my first experience of not getting what I wanted in terms of basketball. And so when I did, well, the second instance that I'll mention was having to tell Oakland, because we've been like locked in since like 6th, 7th grade. So actually having to tell Oakland that I'm not coming back to Sunny Slope the following year, that was another moment where I was like, man, like, this sucks. Like, we had all these plans, and now I'm stepping out.
you told him to transfer there.
Right. That was yeah. So, yeah, man, I mean, that did build a little bit of kind of resentment, not directed towards Oakland in any way, but just kind of for the way that things unfolded. Because, of course, as a basketball player, you believe you're one of the best out there. You should.
Yeah, always.
And so, yeah, so that happened. And then when I got to prep, it wasn't, sunflowers and roses when I got there either. I wasn't the top dog or the guy that they wanted at first. So they were guys who, like, when I said during them first few practices where you would just go out and play one-on-one, like, I was still trying to get my confidence back after kind of having it tore down at Sunny Slope. So I went out there kind of shy, shallow, getting killed, getting
with the
eaten
sharks.
alive. And I'm out there with dogs who transferred in from being top dog, who they brought in like killers. And so I'm out there kind of getting eaten up. And it took me a little while to kind of figure out, like, okay, I can compete here. I have to compete here if I want to, because, obviously you have the whole thing, like, you want to prove to people wrong who you just left. Yeah. And so eventually I had to build myself back up from that. And I got to the point where I was fortunate enough to play in college basketball. And even now, like, my freshman year, sat behind a good set of guards. And then similar to Sunny Slope, sophomore year, I'm thinking, all right, let me step into a bigger role here, kind of create something for myself. And the whole time I'm thinking, I've seen this before. I know how this is going to go. Like, I'm going to have to put the work in. So as soon as our freshman season ended, bro, there was not a day that went by that I didn't prep for my sophomore year. I worked from the day we lost in the NCAA tournament to the day practice started.
Yes, sir.
And so I came in.
Because I remember calling you, and you were telling me like, yeah, bro, like got here and it wasn't sweet. Like,
Right.
gotta go
Right.
get it again. I remember telling you, I was like,
Right.
bro, put your head down, get in that mode.
Yeah. And I did, bro. I was locked in, and I came back sophomore year ready, fired up. Started the season, first 4 games, coming off the bench like 6th, 7th man, doing real well for myself. Enjoying, I'm reaping the benefits that I sowed all summer, feeling like I was coming into my own. In the 4th game of the season, bro, I get injured. I'm out like 2 months. But I'm still good mentally because I'm thinking, I come back from this injury, take the spot that I had right back. It's going to be sweet. I'm going to be right back on track where I was. Come back, never find my footing again, bro. Somebody had taken my minutes. I worked myself back into spot minutes, and by the end of the season, falling right back out of my spot minutes. So, I mean, it's really been a story of my career. And a lot of athletes, I'm sure, probably you can relate to this.
Yes.
It's nothing new. Like, I'm
1000%.
not sticking my head out or trying to be like, oh, I'm different or anything. But, like, it happens. And, it's really preparation for life. Because at the end of the day, bro, we all know the ball stops bouncing. So, I'm really using these lessons or doing my best to use these lessons to prepare me for whatever life has for me down the road. Just because I know, like, basketball is temporary. But what are you going to learn from it? That's going to go with you beyond the years.
For sure.
Yeah.
What would you tell your younger self? What would you tell your younger self if, just about, like, basically getting ready for the grind? Or what would you tell to your younger hooper who might be watching this and be like, I want to eventually go to college like you. I want to play in some big games like you did in high school.
Yeah.
Because those games against AC bro, those are some crazy. Those are on YouTube, like right now. Like, you got some crazy games in high school. So, what would you give advice to your younger self or like a younger hooper coming up, trying to get his feet wet?
Oh, I would say it depends on how young you are watching this, but there is a point where basketball is strictly about fun.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball should always be fun. I think the point where that starts to change is about middle school or maybe halfway through middle school. And then it starts to become business. So at that point, I would say you have to carve out some real, I don't want to say realistic because that makes it seem like you're restricting yourself, but real time or actual goals that you want to achieve. I would say I went into my basketball career just kind of wanting it to be fun. I never really had goals for myself, so that allowed the confidence that I had to follow the situation I was in, which kind of made me go up and down throughout my year. So if you carve out goals for yourself and kind of set those out from the jump, then you'll know what you want. So you won't allow like the ups and downs of politics and minutes to affect you because you have an end goal. The only thing that you should be worried about is reaching that goal. And then when you get to that point where you can look back and say, I met that goal or I didn't, you'll look back and say like, hey, I wasn't affected by all the BS. And that would be the one piece of advice to give to any other hooper or my younger self is just to, know what you want. And if that changes, because goals do change, if that changes, give yourself room to allow that to change. Don't be stuck in your ways. If something is clearly showing you that it's not working, switch it up. Because people do that too. I had friends in high school, I'm going to play in college. Couldn't play a lick of basketball, but ruin their high school careers because they literally just wanted to play in college. They had no fun, and they're not even playing basketball in college at this point. So you also have to remember to enjoy the process.
Have the process. Fun. I like that. I like that a lot. Wow. Okay, that was good. Yeah. Okay. You spit some game right now.
Talking a little bit.
That was it. I can't lie. Nah, that was tough. That's
that Robert Wooten wisdom.
No, that was tough.
Straight from Pops.
That was tough. That was very, very tough. Cause I feel you, bro. When I was playing football, like, bro, the coaches would legit just have me on this emotional roller coaster, bro, and. Anybody watching this, especially with sports, bro, like, you would think it's like the end of the world when really, like you said, bro, the ball stops. Even if people, saying they want to go play professional, it stops.
And one other thing I will add to that, bro, is you have to find something else to take up some of your time.
Man, I wish I did that.
Basketball cannot be your everything, bro. Because whatever you put in that throne of your life will control your life. And for a lot of people who play sports, it ends up being their sport. And that will also force you to, like I said,
yes,
go up and
that's
down,
exactly
fall into
what
depression.
Bro.
So you have to find an equalizer.
Like, yeah, I would play games, but
yes.
bruh, I'm like, I came out here to play ball. When really, I came out here to get an education.
Exactly.
Education, and the ball was an add-on. You feel me?
And whatever that may be, if you're spiritual, like my boy Tylen is, God's going to sit in that throne. But it's not all perfect. Like, of course, as an athlete, you're going to mistakenly put, football or basketball on that throne, allow it to control your life. But you have to remember, bro, like, what are the most important things in life? If you want to put family up there, you want to put a hobby up there, you got to find something else, bro, because your sport cannot rule and control your life.
And I think it's so easy to say and, like, but it's one thing to do it. It's always one thing, because you got to think, like, especially if you're far from home.
Exactly.
And, you ain't got too much family, or, I mean, you probably, you got friends that's on the team, but, the vibes ain't the same, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you just get so, like, consumed, because this is what you've been doing since middle school, you feel me? Middle school, high school, that's what you've been working towards, and you get here, and it's like, come on, bro, like, no. That was deep, bro. That was deep. I like that response. I feel like that's just real relatable in so many different aspects. I mean, whether it be work, anything that you want to do, I mean, you definitely should carve out time to get that off of your mind.
Get something else done, bro.
That's why we were streaming too, though. No cap. We be streaming. Y'all need to tune into the streams.
Tune into the streams,
man.
Tune into the streams.
Now, this section of it, I mean, we went through the career, you feel me, like how you started. Now we got to get into some extracurriculars.
Okay.
Because this man, Sidney, right here, bro, he's definitely one of the funnier people that I know. I know. This man, he be joking about dang near anything. He be taking my jokes and using them towards me. Like, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, let's get into some extra activities.
Talk about Lamar Jackson.
All right, bro. Okay. Chill. See, yo. Okay. All right, yo. All right, bro. All right. You want to start like that? That's crazy. But what I was gonna start with is Sidney's music taste. Like, Sidney has a very unique, exquisite music taste, I would say.
I wouldn't call it unique.
I think
I'll
it's
just
unique.
call it the perfect music taste.
And that's his problem. That's your problem right there.
I hate all angles, bro. Pause.
Like, you really think you have a music taste?
I definitely have a music taste.
So who would you say right now is your top 5?
All genres.
All genres.
See, I like to take my time with this because I always forget somebody. So Gunna.
And we could agree on that. I'm a heavy Gunna fan. So
Drake.
I feel like, okay, we're going to stop
This is
there.
all genres.
I feel, you know what, go ahead.
But not rap Drake. I'm not a fan of rap Drake. You know this. I like R&B Drake.
Right, you're right.
So I'm going to put R&B Drake 2.
Okay. That bag is crazy, too. That bag is crazy.
This is where it gets hard.
Is this in order?
This is order.
Okay.
Gunna, R&B Drake. I'm going to go Don Toliver at 3. And I'm going to go Tory Lanez post-label
Okay.
at 4.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have to go... This is tough. I'm going to have to go Khalid at 5.
Okay. That's homeboy with the afro, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That Tory Lanez one, that was. I don't think he gets enough credit.
No, not at all.
I don't think he gets enough credit for what he does.
People don't know about his most recent music. They take label Tory Lanez with Chicks Tape.
Yes.
And like kind of the rap, like hardcore.
They don't
But
know about that Distance Live.
they don't know about the 80s.
Deceiving,
the 80s
Deceiving
albums. Alone
Eye.
at Prom.
That's
They don't know.
They don't know about that.
So if you haven't tapped in,
No,
bro,
that's tough. That was tough.
you have to listen to Tory Lanez.
I'm
Alone
not in
at
my
Prom.
Khalid's not in my bag. I don't know Khalid like that. I know he had that one song. What's his?
Like Better. Better is his most popular song.
Yeah, I think I know that one. I don't really know too
Yeah.
much. I remember earlier when I asked you this, you were telling me to get on Don. I haven't got on Don. I've heard a lot of good reviews about Don Tolliver.
Yeah.
He just recently had a baby. So that's
He
also
did.
another reason
He
why I didn't
did.
see him on my page. But,
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I would definitely say my music taste.
is Don a rapper? Is he a rapper or is he R&B?
He's a mix. He
He's
does
a
both.
mix?
He does both.
Okay.
And that's really where my music taste lies. Like I like the crossover or the gray area between rap and R&B.
Okay.
A little bit further towards R&B.
If you had to double down on something as far as which genre would you go with? Rap or R&B?
Like to just have
Yes.
only one.
Only one. Rap or R&B, bro? Rest of your life.
Well, then, does Tory Lanez fall into R&B or? Because then you got to ask those questions.
Well, okay, that's good. Whatever his R&B playlist is what you get.
So okay, so I can take R&B Drake
Yes,
and not have.
and I have the rap.
Okay, then R&B for sure.
R&B.
Yeah.
That's
What about
smooth.
you? What you taking?
Actually,
Actually, backtrack. Give me your top 5.
my top 5. This is just right
All
now.
genres.
This is just right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Gunna.
Of course.
This isn't in
Slime.
order though. This isn't in order. Gunna. We're going old Chris Brown. Some old Chris Brown, like Poppin', Kiss with T. Like
Okay.
that bag is different.
Okay.
That bag is different.
Okay.
His new stuff still a little bit. You could throw a little sprinkle in there, like with the one with him and Gunna.
Yeah.
But his old, like you can still.
yeah, his best work came a little while ago.
Yeah, like
for
you
sure.
can still feel new and all that. But
Mm-hmm.
Gunna, the old Chris Brown, a little bit of new. I'm gonna go. I don't know. As of lately, bro, I've been rocking with D Savage.
Really?
The songs that we reacted to, bro,
nah,
he got some hard stuff.
I got all
bro.
of those on my playlist now. The
He-
ones that you played.
He got some old
Come
stuff
on.
too. I could, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like for real,
Come
like
on is tough.
he really in his bag. Like he revamped his whole stuff. Like at first he was like on the little falling off wave. Then he brought himself back. So
Okay.
Gunna, Chris Brown, D Savage. I gotta go with Future. I gotta go with Future.
Yep.
I don't know, bro. Future just don't miss for
His
me.
discography is nuts, bro.
Bro, he does not miss. Like he don't miss.
New album on the way too.
With
Metro.
With Metro, yep. It's supposed to be 2.
2?
It's supposed to be 2.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
It's gonna be crazy.
Okay.
Last time he dropped 2, he went crazy. And then for my 5th, I would go SZA.
I like that. I like that.
Like she
was-
gives off
yeah.
like some like, if you really hear what she's saying, bro, like she be saying some hood like
Mhm.
some real player like
Mhm. Yeah. No, she do.
it's crazy.
Yeah. And 2 honorable mentions that didn't make the cut.
That didn't make the cut. I would say Drake. Drake got to be in there, bro. Like,
I'm surprised you didn't put him in there, actually,
Bro, it's-
considering how much music he got. Like, don't take it for granted,
I'm not taking
Don't-
it for granted, bro.
because
I listen to Drake every day, but it's like I feel like Drake is like zero. Like everyone has him in their 5.
so he's just a
or-
given.
Yes,
Like, he's
I feel
okay.
like you feel me.
That's a good point.
So that's what I'm saying.
that's a
Like
good
you might have to
point.
give it another one.
That's a good point.
You might have to give it another one, bro, because I feel like the boy, you have to put respect on his name. He's been out for so long. Like the bro does not. He don't miss, whether you like it or not.
No, yeah, that's a good point.
And I'm also like, I feel like right now, like I feel like we've been hearing like the same like 8 rappers. For like,
Oh yeah, it's definitely a rotation.
I feel like we've been hearing the same 8 rappers.
Yes, I agree with
So
you.
I also feel like, dang, bro, like I'm tired of hearing
Lil Baby, and 21 Savage, and
it's like
it's repetitive.
Even Future at times, but he
Yes.
don't miss. But I'm just saying, at times it's like
it is mad repetitive. I can't lie.
who
So
your two
you got-
honorable mention then?
You only gave one. You gave
I
Drake.
said Drake. Who else, bro? I know I'm forgetting one off the top of my head.
It's hard.
It's gonna be like that. I said him. Young Thug.
Okay.
I go Young Thug.
Mm-hmm.
You got some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah, I think my two would be Lil Durk.
Ooh,
I'm a big Durk fan.
Ooh,
And
dang!
Uh-oh.
I dissed.
Uh-oh.
That's tough.
yeah, you
All right,
ain't
go ahead,
mentioned
go
Durk
ahead.
at all.
That's
kinda
crazy. That
right?
is kind of crazy.
Man.
That's crazy.
So I'm gonna have to say Durk and SZA. I gotta go
SZA?
SZA. Yeah,
Yeah, bro. She be having some shit. I can't lie.
yeah. But no, Durk is wild.
Dang. I mean, that's respect. Wait, which Dirk? Because there's a Dirk before the fame. That
You right. I'm gonna
Durk.
have to say Durk post fame.
post fame. Okay,
Yeah,
that's respect. That's respect.
yeah. I think my favorite album of his is 902. Or is it 902?
It's something like that. It's like
The
922
address.
something. Yeah. No, I think it's 722.
I'm thinking of the Travis. Oh, I gotta put Travis.
And this is where we might have to stop.
I gotta put Travis.
That's
he'd be my third honorable mention.
Bro, that's just so cringe, bro.
And
Like,
that's where we might have to stop.
bro, like you know how people are in Arizona.
Oh wait,
bro.
no Ye, no Kanye.
I'm good.
Okay, good, cause I'm good too.
I'm good.
I'm good too. Yeah,
I'm good.
I'm just checking. Just checking.
I'm good. And if I did, I would go old.
Right. Agree.
Like before his
Oh,
mom
yeah, no,
died, for
definitely,
sure.
definitely,
That's respect.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
for sure.
I hope Kanye sees this. I respectfully told you
He be tuned in, so
for no reason.
we'll see. You
But
can send me
that's-
some. You can send me some gear,
Merch.
though.
Bro, the Travis Scott fans in Arizona are crazy. You want to talk about
Yeah.
ultimate glaze?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
but
so
that's just
cringe.
because he fits their aesthetic. He fits their vibe, like Cactus Jack. Like,
Ugh.
he just fits with the Arizona mold, in my opinion.
I guess, bro.
I'm not the biggest fan.
That's so actually horrible.
All right, man. Give me a 10 out of 10 song.
10 out of 10 song. Any Gunna unreleased.
That's actually such a fact.
Any Gunna unreleased is 10 out of 10 for me.
I need a released song, though. That's a 10
A
out of 10.
released? Oh, can I give you 3 instead of 1? Because
Yeah,
there's a
of
couple.
course.
So 1 has to be
Like, nothing could be better about this song. Think about that.
yes, you're right. Okay.
3 is kind of hard for me.
No, 3 is not hard for me. Damn near any Gunna song, but a Gunna that's released is
It don't have to be Gunna.
I'm going
Unless-
Gunna.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I gotta.
He does have a lot of 10 out of 10s.
He does.
Damn
He really does. Who you fooling?
I was just about to. Yeah.
Who you fooling?
Man, that's
I
the
mean-
anthem.
Yeah, I mean, who you fooling?
That's the anthem.
Yeah, that one's up there for 10 out of 10. Another good song. It might be Come On. I would say Come On.
I don't know if I'm giving it. 10
I'm giving
out of
it.
10,
I'm
but
giving it 10.
Yeah, that's
The
warranted.
beat
That's valid.
and like how bro is like, I'm back. Yeah, that's tough. And then another one.
This fly on my.
Bro, the flies have been killing us today. I don't know why there's so many flies
Yeah.
in here. There's like no poop here. Nothing. We in the backyard chilling too. The third one I would say, My Boo by Usher.
Going old school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever I hear that song, like, it just hits every time.
It just hit the spot.
Yes.
Pause.
Major.
Major pause. So I'm gonna go. Who you fooling?
Okay.
Sleeper pick, bro. Dark Days by 21 Savage and Mariah the Scientist. I don't know if you've heard that. Hey,
Well, I need to send me that.
it's a good song.
Need to send me that.
It's a good song. And third and lastly, Snooze by SZA.
Snoo.
I think that's a 10
Damn,
out of 10.
That's tough. That could be an honorable mention.
Yeah. That is a
Cause she is talking crazy on there.
that's a W song, bro.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious about that 21 Savage song. Is that his song or whose song is it?
It's his. It was on his most recent album, American
Did you like
Dream.
that album? What do you okay?
Did
what
I
do you
like that
what do you
album?
go into an album like? What do you base your liking of an
That's
album?
where I was
on?
just about to go.
Because I feel like it's
I
so different
say-
for everyone. Like some people are like, oh, I want to hear the production. Like,
Yes. I say if you can listen to an album, because albums are what, like generically 15 songs or maybe 15 to 20. Is that fair?
yeah. Nowadays it's like 20. It's like 20 is the
Right,
bare
right.
minimum.
So,
now,
yeah, so
man.
we can give or take. I say if you can go into an album and you can download 6 songs to your playlist or just download 6 songs, that's a good album.
6 out of the 20.
Or 15 to 20. I was thinking more 15. If
Out
you
of
got 20
15?
songs, I think you got to. We'll take For All the Dogs, for example. I don't know how you felt about that album, but I think that's a great album. I think I have like maybe 8 to 10 off that album that I took.
How many songs was that?
I think it was like 23.
You got 8.
Yeah. So maybe if you can take like 30 to 40% of an album and keep it, I think that is a sign of a good album.
Okay. I would say yeah in that regards as far as like adding songs, but this is my thing. Like when I'm consuming music as far as an album wise, I'm thinking about a plethora of things. So I'm thinking about, can I listen to this in the shower? Can I listen to this in the car? Can I listen to this while I work out? Can I listen to this with a shorty? Can I listen to this with the bros? Can I listen to this? You feel me? I don't know if I'm on a Target run. You feel me? Like different moods. It has to be versatile to me. It has to be versatile.
You're not talking about a song, but you're talking about the album.
Because an album is not just one mood usually.
Right. So
it's
if
like
the album can give you all of that.
Yes.
Okay. That's
if
a
an
good
album
take.
has a good variety of feelings or different vibes, I really go off vibes, which is another reason why I think I like Gunna so much, because he has so many like different vibes.
Yeah.
If I feel like I can have all those with some type of like, like snooze, bro. Like I could listen to that in the shower, going to work. I could listen to that.
Right.
Getting hyped, dang near. Like,
right.
It's so many different moods I could like have off that song. So if I can go into an album, because usually what happens is, if I'm really wanting to hear an album, I hear it like at midnight, right? And I'm like, I don't really try to give my synopsis on stuff because it's like, that's my first take. And I'm in my room. It's late. You feel me? Like I hear a couple songs. Like you might go for like the ones that are hype because you're in the bed. You trying to see,
trying to get that energy.
Yeah, you trying to see people's reactions too on Twitter and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't really try to give my take on the album then. So then I wake up, take a shower, put it on shuffle or something, and I hear it.
Yeah,
you feel me? And then I go in the car. I think the car is the ultimate test too.
I agree.
You in the car most of the time of the day or going places. That's when you bumping it.
The car speakers.
You feel me? That's when you bumping it. So
exactly. I
think that has to go into play a lot. Like I personally, I don't know too much about the production. Like I don't know too much about like beats and all that. But if I do feel like the beat is crazy, like there's some songs that the beat is crazy enough to where the lyrics don't match up, but it's still a hard song.
Interesting.
You feel me?
I feel like I have to have the right lyrics to have a good song.
That's your problem. Like it doesn't like. Why does everyone need to have a story when they're I
don't know. I don't need a story.
What do you need?
Yes, that's a good point. I don't care so much about what they're saying, but the cadence has to be there.
Cadence?
The cadence.
Bro.
Which is why I can't listen to Playboy Cardi.
That's what bro, no,
because his cadence is all over the place.
Bro,
but listen though. All
right.
The beat can be 10 out of 10 beat. Have whatever type of mood you want. But if they're not flowing on it, oh my gosh. I can't. Why you think Who You Fooling is so good? The beat is 10 out of 10, but Gunna flows.
That's his vibe. Like he doesn't go off beat. That's
why
not
is Snooze so good? The beat's 10 out of 10. It's cool, but she flows.
Okay.
So I'm trying to think of an example of a crazy beat where the people just didn't deliver.
anything Blueface does. And Blueface has some bangers.
That's a great point, bro.
And Blueface
and
has
look
bangers.
where he is now, bro. Can't be found. You know, fell off the face of the earth, bro.
He's
He
in
can't keep no rhythm.
He's in jail.
I'm saying, bro, like, come on. But look at see.
Hey, bro, you're wild.
You're
You're wild.
tight,
You're
bro.
wild,
I
bro.
can't
You're
stand
wild.
that dude, bro. Anyways, bro. Bro, I cannot, bro.
Hey, yo, you're wild. No, you're wild, bro.
Boy.
You're wild right now. Bro, Blueface got some bangers. You know that. Don't do that. He got bangers.
Don't do that, bro. What you like, buzz
School
down,
y'all.
Tatiana?
Hey. See, bust down over. Pick it up.
No, that is
You
not
feel me?
banging, bro.
Yes.
It is not banging.
And a West Coast party, probably where you been. You've heard that. And the Tatianas get down to it. So I don't want to hear it.
Okay, but I mean, is that a song you gonna take with you everywhere? No, because what is he talking about? Not even what is he talking about. What is he talking about?
He's literally talking about
Right,
a girl.
but- okay, we getting off topic. 10 out of 10 beat. The one that comes to mind is the Drake and Yeet song that was on For All the Dogs. Beat went stupid. I don't be giving up. I don't know what you got on. And then Drake gonna come on there. Getting that money for fun.
Hey, that money
you're
for fun.
Like, that is not flowing.
That's you just said it. The
It's
energy
not.
you just gave off, bro. It matched the song. That money for fun. Like, you know what I'm talking
But
about.
that's not the vibe I want.
That's different.
So that's a 10 out of
vibes.
10 beat. And plus, like, if you listen to his whole verse, to me, it's choppy. I don't like choppy music. Like, I need to be able to just...
Bro, y'all gonna see, bro. We're gonna react to some more Playboy Cardi. Pre him doing the him pre doing the, I understand. Like, that's not for everybody. But him
It
with
shouldn't
like
be for anybody.
there's different genre, like there's different genres within genres. You feel me? Like, that's just how it be. His is real like Playboy shit, like real vibey. You feel me? Like,
I never get that vibe when I listen to him.
I'm gonna put him on, bro. Like, he don't see the vision right now. Playboy Cardi is for some, you feel me? Some trim, come trim at, yeah.
Do you consider, this is a different question, off topic.
Go ahead.
Do you consider Lil Durk rap or R&B?
He has some tunes in there, so he do be in there vocalizing. I don't know if it's R&B. I don't know.
Well, yeah, definitely not R&B, but like,
It's a more melodic too.
yeah,
His rapping
like
sometimes.
I like Four Bats. He calls himself like a trap R&B artist, or I forget what the term he uses.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Because YNW Melly is a prime example.
Yes. Yeah.
He's
I
talking
feel like
about
Lil
murder.
Durk fits in.
Hey, bro, no, the reason why we laughing too is because last stream we were reacting to a murderer. Like, the guy we were reacting to, he was a real life killer. But but no, real talk. Like, that boy YNW, that's why he's sitting down right now. He's a murderer.
Oh, and I feel like Lil Durk is in that category. Like, he's in that
Yeah.
trap R&B.
Yeah.
Cause he can be a rapper, but that's not really his.
He's
body.
a killer too. Yeah,
He has a lot of tunes. Like, if you listen to his music, he
But-
has like jazz in his beats.
I know, but that's another reason why I need you to listen to pre-fame Dirk. Crazy.
That's more trap artist though, right?
Yeah, he should rap.
Pre-fame, yeah, that's what
He was
I'm
rapping.
thinking.
Rapping. I'm talking about rapping.
Yeah, that's what I remember. But yeah, bro, Melly, shoot,
Murderer.
that boy.
Murder.
How you gonna make a song about hitting a lick on your two best friends game and expect not to get caught, bro? You rapping how you killed
the
and
only-
body bagged your homies.
I'm playing devil's advocate. The only reason I can see that is like, that's like me putting out a song or something, like, or even this podcast. Like, yeah, I want to get the fame and, you feel me, like the numbers and, you know, notoriety, but he didn't think he was gonna go platinum in a whole 2-3 years. Like, you feel me, like,
Right, but like, you realize you stepped into a studio and those were the lyrics you drew out.
Yeah, man.
And you laid that down on the track, gave the cosign, and said, "Hey, let's make this public.
Cosign's crazy.
Let's make this public."
Cosign is crazy. But I guess.
Don't make no sense, bro.
That's why it's just so funny hearing your music take, because you really do have a unique perspective on things.
I guess. I mean, yeah. I guess I do. Honestly.
I'm more free flowing. Like, I like to hear it out first. Like, I gotta hear it out, and like, cause another thing I ran into when I was in college, like some of the older guys, they were like, "Bro, like, why are you listening to Playboy Cardi? Why, like, this is just gibberish, da 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 da." Or like, even my dad, like, I'm not playing that around my dad. Like, they take lyrics seriously.
Right.
Like, our generation, they don't really take lyrics that shit. Like, if it sounds good, unfortunately,
that's what I'm talking about. Yep.
But some things don't gotta be serious. Like, it's just let it be vibey.
Yeah, that's what I look for. I'm telling you. You give me a good beat and somebody who can flow on it. I don't care what you're talking about. Unless you're talking about body bagging your two homies. Like, bro, nobody wanna.
Yo, that song is great. Like
the Melly song.
I got Murder on My Mind. That song is fire.
I ain't rocking with that.
I will bump that today. I'm bumping it.
You, he got an unreleased song. You definitely Dangerously in Love.
Yes.
Hit.
Yes.
That's a hit. I don't like that. Murder on My Mind.
All right. It went platinum. Sidney. Well, thanks for stopping by, my boy. We could chat all day, dang near.
You could, bro.
Really could chat all day. But thank you for stopping by, really. We're gonna have you back on for sure.
I appreciate that, man.
The stream, y'all need to tune into the streams, no bap. Like,
yeah.
The streams really be popping. So y'all need to really tune into the streams. Here's Sidney's crazy takes on music, because his music takes is not all the way there.
It's unique. Yeah,
it's not all the way, but thank you for coming, bro.
But we don't have to get into none of that. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, my boy.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for sliding through.
Anytime, my brother.
And yeah, man, y'all tune into Double Down Media, man. Peace.
Shout out Double Down.